We live in a new world, a new age. A new age is upon us, the age of technology, which means the old age is dying, has died, is a new age has emerged already. Not even is emerging, it has already emerged, which is the age of technology. So the age of industrialization, the industrial age is over, and the age of technology is here upon us, right? What does that mean? It's very simple. And I'm not one for social media, but I think I see some. When we see something, we need to share it with people. We need to, um, when you get an insight, when you get some kind of you know epiphany, if you will, you need to share it with people, and you can't keep it to yourself, right? So I want to start sharing this idea. I mean, several ideas, but this one especially, which is this. Adam Smith wrote his book Wealth of Nations back in 1780, 78 or whatever it was, 17 something, year 17 something, and he came up with the idea of economics as we know it, which is everything is scarce. You specialize in one thing, go work in a factory, get off the farms, and find an office job or something. Go to university, you specialize in something, some skill, and work the rest of your life and pay bills. And the two things you work for is to satisfy needs and wants, like shelter, and then they added cars. So you have a nice car, and you have, you aspire to a nice car, but you spend your life, and the Western societies pay for a house. For 40 years, 30 years, 25 years, whatever. So you live to acquire a house and you live to acquire a car. And the funny thing is, one generation would pay off for a house, but the next generation still has to go repeat the same cycle. Get a house and pay for it, and get a car and get a career and everything. So one generation passes and the next generation got to do the same thing the previous generation did. Something doesn't make sense with that. Anyway, the Adam Smith came up with this idea of needs and wants, that we live to satisfy our needs and our wants, which leads to the bill paying life. And all we live for really at the end of the day is, do you own a house or do you own a car, right? And that's our generation. Now we are moving to, and this is happening, and a lot of people don't see it. So I think a lot of people do see it, but they don't say it publicly. I want to come out and start saying it publicly, which is, let's not live for needs and wants anymore. Let's take that and throw it through the window. And I mean, as my videos pick up, as my social media campaign, so to speak, pick up, I will get more and more into the details of this kind of thing. But what we need to live for is not needs and wants. We need to live for self-actualization. Maslow's thing, the top of the triangle, the top of the mountain, so to speak. And also Peter Drucker called it the aspirational self. We need to live for our aspirations, our dreams, and self-actualize, really achieve the best that we can become as human beings. And also, so there are three people I've read their work, and the ideas really connect with me, which is Maslow's self-actualization, uh, Drucker's the aspirational self, and also Northrop Frye talked about tertiary concerns, primary concerns, secondary concerns, and tertiary concerns. And we need to live for these three things. Tertiary concerns, which means the highest concerns of life, of this life that we could go after, self-actualization, and the aspirational self. So hopefully you'll follow me and we can talk about these things and start this conversation. Okay.